What's up guys? So on this particular video, we'll be discussing about Tawang in the month of September 2025, what you should be expecting in terms of the weather, the road condition, what is the kind of clothing that you need to be packing. Overall, is it a good time to be going there? And most of all, will you get to experience snowfall or even witness a bit of snow in Tawang in the month of September 2025? Now, it's very important for you to understand that the month of September is a transition month in Tawang, specifically the eastern part of the Himalayas. So, by default, monsoon is coming to an end and autumn is starting. So, it's kind of a transition month. The daytime temperature is going to range from anywhere between, I would say, 13 degrees to 22 degrees, while the temperature in the night will be anywhere between 0 to 8 degrees. Now you need to understand one thing is that it can still rain in Tawang, but it's not going to be as intense as what it would be in the monsoon months of July and August. So even if it does rain, it's going to be a light shower, which can be for maybe around 20 minutes to an hour or so, but it's not going to end up hampering your entire trip or your entire day. Even though it is not a monsoon month, it is still advisable to carry your rainwear, that is your raincoat or a umbrella. If you can carry both along, it will be the best option for you because there is always a chance of it raining. And by default, in Guwahati, it is going to be raining, so you will definitely need some kind of rain protective gear. Now, when it comes to the road condition, the roads are very well made all the way up to Tawang, so you do not need to worry about it. And landslides of any sort are not really going to happen and hinder your trip. Even if they do happen, it's going to be more towards the Sela Pass route, which is not at all a problem as of now. With the opening of the Sela tunnel, it has become very smooth and easy for people to travel in and out of the Tawang region. So by default, you will make it to Tawang without any hassle. The landslides and all the other disruptions because of weather, what you see is mostly closer to Assam. It is not in Tawang. Tawang is pretty much landslide free with the past few years with the kind of roads that they have built. And you have to keep in mind one thing is that the army is the one who's controlling and patrolling this particular region, being so close to the China border. So by default, the roads are very well maintained and are taken care of. So even if there is a landslide or a road blockage, be rest assured that it's going to be cleared as the earliest possible. There are always JCBs and other construction vehicles at every nook and corner to help prevent the roads from blocking up for too long. Now, when it comes to the places that you should be visiting, Bomdila, Balukpong, Dirang are must stop places along the way, either while going or while coming. In Tawang, you need a minimum of 2 nights, 3 days, 1 day to roam around Tawang, and the second day to go to Bumla Pass and Sangastar Lake. If you are someone who's planning on visiting Holy Waterfall, which is the new hype around Tawang, then you'll need an additional day unless you're okay clubbing in the same day of Bumla, which is going to be a really hectic day because you won't really end up doing justice to both places because you'll just be rushing through and fro because they are extremely far from each other. Now you need to understand that to travel to Tawang, you need an inner line permit, which is obtained online. It costs rupees 500 per person and can be done directly from the Arunachal government state website. You need your email ID and your phone number to link to it. So this ILP is valid for 14 days, and when you're traveling to Tawang, you need to click in the option of West Kamen and Tawang region. West Kamen is basically Bomdila and Dirang, and Tawang includes Tawang, Bumla, and Sangastar. Now, to go to Sangastar Lake and Bumla Pass, you need another permit which can be done only locally offline, and this permit is best done by contacting your hotel or homestay owner in Tawang. They are the best to help you out and get it done for you. Now remember, getting these permits are very important for you to reach Bumla because without that you will not be allowed. Without the ILP for Tawang, you will not be allowed to enter Arunachal Pradesh because there is by default a 24-hour checking at Balukpong. So even if you're taking the local bus which starts from Guwahati, you will still be checked at the border. So by default, you need to have this permit with you. Now, when it comes to snow and snowfall, you can expect snow at Sela Pass and Bumla Pass because these are two places which pretty much are covered with snow throughout the year. But snowfall is a hit and miss. There's a 20% chance that you might get to experience snowfall if the weather goes bad at Bumla or at Bumla Pass or at Sela Pass. But in the town of Tawang or at Bomdila or Dirang, it's very, very unlikely that you'll get to experience any form of snowfall. It has snowed in the past few years in September also in Tawang. So if you are fortunate enough, you might get to experience snowfall at Bumla or at Sela Pass. That is basically at Sela Top. Now, the best part of visiting Tawang in the month of September is the fact that you're going to see at least a minimum of 100 glacial lakes which are there, which have been filled up because of the rain, and at the same time, you'll get to see plenty of waterfalls. You'll get to see a green Tawang with a lot of snow-capped mountains. So this is arguably one of the best months to be traveling to Tawang and Arunachal Pradesh for all those who are nature lovers and want to see greenery along with a few flowers and plenty of vibrant, I would say, insects and birds roaming around. Then the month of September is an ideal time to be going there. You're going to get the best of Tawang in terms of the nature with greenery. For those who want a snow covered Tawang, it is not the ideal time to be going there. For all those who are considering going there with on a biking trip, the month of September is pretty much a good time to be going there, provided the weather in Assam is good, because Assam is a real problem. Arunachal wouldn't really be an issue in terms of flooding. Now, when it comes to what you should be carrying, you definitely need your rain gear. Along with that, you need your winter wear. You need a good jacket for the night. You definitely need waterproof shoes. And along with that, you need to carry a power bank, UV protected sunglasses, and lip gel. Lip gel is very important because if it's not raining, the weather is going to be very, very dry. And this dry weather will lead to your lips cracking, which can be a real concern. So make sure that you have all of this. Along with that, carry clothing which is quick dry, and do not overpack, because overpacking is going to be a real crime, because you'll have to carry the luggage everywhere with you. So if you're not really going to need it, do not pack it. And remember, the golden rule to avoid altitude sickness in these places is keep drinking a lot of water, and do not by any chance have a bath after sunset, because that will cause you to get a head cold. And once you have a cold and a fever, by default you're going to feel like you've got altitude sickness, and you're going to be struggling to breathe and having major difficulties. This will result in you compromising the trip for all your fellow passengers also, which is something that I would not recommend to anybody. So do not have a bath in the evenings, have a bath only in the morning, in the daytime when the sun is out, so you can dry up without any hassles. Now, if you're someone who's planning a trip to Tawang in the month of September and are confused about how to go about it, you can click on the link in our description where you'll get all the details related to our trip to Tawang in September. If you're interested in our trip, you can book directly from our website, or you can WhatsApp our team from the website from the WhatsApp option. And our sales team will guide you through the process to book a trip with us. Now, remember, contacting our sales team is only related to queries about uh, the particular trip that Tlow is hosting in the month of September or October. It is not to answer any of your personal queries related to your own trip to Tawang. If you're going on your own private trip to Tawang, then you'll have to book a consultation with us, and the link for the same is in the description. The consultation is so that we can have a travel expert get on a call with you, and by default all your queries and doubts related to if it's a private vehicle or a bike or whatever it might be that is bothering you and you feel is not answered in this video, you can't find the information online, then our travel expert will be more than happy to help you resolve your queries and give you the best guidance that's possible. Now, for all those who are planning on going to Tawang and are wondering what all will be open, remember Bumla Pass, Sangastar Lake, Tawang War Memorial, Tawang Monastery, everything is going to be open. Nothing is going to be closed in the month of September. It's like I mentioned earlier, it's a very good time to be going there. There's going to be very limited tourists in Tawang in the month of September. So if you're someone who wants to travel to a place without getting too much of tourist crowd and having to boggle around waiting in line, and the worst part or the best part would be the fact that every place you go to, you're going to be pretty much one of the few tourists there, then the month of September is a very good time to be going there. If you haven't booked your flights yet, go online and book your flights, because that's the one area where the cost will skyrocket the more you wait and you procrastinate. So now till our next video about Tawang, stay safe, stay happy, and stay blessed.